over your mouth and nose for the duration of this service. Also, please silence your cell phones and turn off your Wi-Fi connections. Thank you.
Welcome to the worship service of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Lakeland. My name is Jeanette Manning. I am the assistant treasurer and the volunteer bookkeeper for this congregation. I do the fun stuff. We're glad you're here, whether in person or virtually. This is a thriving community, and we're glad you're all here. And whatever your gender identity, sexual orientation, race, ethnicity, abilities or disabilities, theological beliefs, you're all welcome here. We would love to get to know you better, so please join us after the service on the patio for refreshments, or if on Zoom, please say hello through the chat feature. We do publish a newsletter every Wednesday, so please sign up so you get to know what's going on in this wonderful place. Special note, I would like to thank everyone involved with the small group ministry. Heather is really working hard to help us more fully understand ourselves and each other. That's the point of it, I think. So please do join up. Each month you can join again. And a big shout out to our member Vaisale Dokor, who is running the Space Coast Marathon today. Mahatma Gandhi is quoted as saying, "Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes." Mistakes happen. We all make them. The issue comes when we allow ourselves a feeling of sadness, repentance, or disappointment over something that has happened. It is important to recognize and acknowledge, first, that we've made a mistake. Take responsibility for what we've done. Work through feelings about the incident. Forgive ourselves with compassion, acceptance, respect, and kindness. Now, if someone else is involved, this is where it can get tricky. Making amends needs repair what's been broken. Amends needs repair what's been broken. But from there, it is best to live your life in such a way as to avoid repeating the regretful behavior. Learn from the experience and live going forward with compassion, acceptance, respect, and kindness for all, including ourselves. this sacred space, holding your whole history with all your mistakes and regrets too. Know that we are not alone. All of us imperfect, all of us mistake makers. Come to this space knowing that when we share our regrets, together we learn how to free ourselves from the sadness, repentance, or disappointment over something that has happened or been done. In this space, we can recognize and acknowledge our mistakes. For in this space, there is an abundance of compassion, acceptance, respect, and kindness. In this sacred space, there is hope. Just as our congregations across the country and even around the world are lighting their chalices this morning, so will we light ours and create sacred space. Today our chalice lighter is Judy Pell. These chalice lighting words from the Reverend Paul Spector. We light this chalice to honor the memory of those who have come before us, kindling flames of wisdom in dark times, willing to challenge orthodoxy, even at great personal risk, giving us a legacy of freedom and a love of truth, a legacy that warms our hearts and lights our paths. Please join us in signing Spirit of Life, hymn number 123.
Spirit of life, come unto me, sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion, blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice, roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
This is the hour that we gather to contemplate the mysteries of life and to feel the gratitude of being able to approach this holy task together. We gather around the flame of our chalice, a symbol that reminds us of the power that we hold when we connect to one another with love as our guide. Fire is a power that connects us. It is a power that has stayed with humanity throughout time and space. Fire is a gift that when we are careful about tending to it, when we reflect on our past, we may remember our hopes and dreams and our mistakes and regrets. Have we tended to to the ways in which even our most difficult moments have enriched our lives? Our spiritual explorations for November are leading us on a journey of questioning our histories and our memories. How do we hold history? Open our hearts to it, grieve it, honor it. We hold history, bless you. We hold history not because we seek to scorch ourselves with guilt and pain, but because when we center our values and reflect on history, we can heal and bring more hope to the world. Today is the first Sunday of the Advent season. Advent is the season of anticipating and waiting. But if we spend our lives waiting, what then might we say when we've reached the end of our living? Let us instead focus on what we have in the present moment. Today, let us focus on hope by lighting our first Advent candle. Jeanette will help us with this, and our reading today is adapted from David Breeden. This first Sunday of Advent, we light the flame of hope that darkness will be dispelled. In this holiday season, may the darkness of winter be dispelled in this festival of lights, and may the darkness of ignorance be dispelled in the strength of compassion, reason, and sharing. In addition to this being the first Sunday of Advent, the first candle of the Jewish Festival of Lights will be lit tonight. Joshua Sussman will now take us on a brief tour of Hannukah, beginning with a special presentation of Mia Malel, performed by some of our very talented congregants.
Mia Malel kavort Yisrael otam mi yimde hem bikodoya kum hagibor goel ha'am shma bayamin ha'em bazman hazeh Maccabi Moshiach ufodeh Uvyamenu kol am Yisrael Yitached Yakum Yagael. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. At this time of year, in days of yore, Maccabees the temple did restore. And today our people, as we dream, will arise, unite, and be redeemed. Mia Malel kavort Yisrael otam mi yimnei ben hakol yakum hakibor goel ha'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hannukah is an 8-day festival celebrated by the Jewish people around the world. Hannukah, also known as the Festival of Lights, is not Jewish Christmas. The fact is, Hannukah is a minor festival. The history of Hannukah dates back to 165 BCE. The land of Judea was ruled by Antiochus, a Syrian king who ordered the Jewish people to reject all their rituals and beliefs and decreed that they worship Greek gods. Out of fear of the Greek army, some Jews obeyed the king's order, while the rest of the Jewish people, out of anger, decided to fight back. In one rebellious village, a squad of Greek soldiers demanded the Jewish villagers to worship a Greek god's idol and forced them to eat the meat of a pig, both of which were against Jewish law. The Greeks also commanded a Jewish high priest, Matthias Maccabee, to take part. When he refused, I lost my place. When he refused to participate, a villager sympathetic to the king's demands came forward and was more than willing to take the high priest's place. Outraged, Matthias took out his sword and killed the defiant villager as well as the Greek squad's commander. Upon seeing this, Matthias' 5 sons came forward, attacked and killed the rest of the squad. At which point, Matthias and his 5 sons took asylum in the nearby mountains. Several more Jews joined them, decided to attack and defeat the Greek army. After a year, Matthias died. His son, Judah Maccabee, also known as the Hammer, took charge of the Jewish army. The rebellion continued for the next 3 years, during which time Greek soldiers were sent to find the Jews hiding in the mountains. Jewish sentinels, posing as shepherds, created a gambling game to distract the troops, establishing the game of dreidel, which is still played today by Jewish children around the world. By this time, the Jewish army was left with very few men and weapons. However, with hope, faith, and determination, the Jewish Maccabees fought on and finally defeated the Greek army. Judah and his men went to the temple for its restoration. The temple was in shambles. As they were cleaning and fixing the damages, they discovered that many of the precious items were either missing or had been destroyed. They cleaned and repaired the remaining artifacts in the temple and proceeded to light the eternal flame, a sacred lamp in the Sanctum Sanctorum, or Holy of Holies, in the temple. They discovered that the purified oil needed to light the lamp would only burn for 1 day. Miraculously, the oil burned for 8 days, which gave them enough time to make the journey necessary to attain more of the precious oil in order to keep the eternal flame lit continuously. This gave rise to the establishment of Hannukah, the Festival of Lights. The 8-day festival is celebrated to commemorate the rededication of the Holy Temple and the victory of Judah Maccabee over the Greek soldiers. During this 8-day festival, the Jewish people light a special menorah called a Hannukah. The Shamath, or leader candle, is always lit first. On the first night, 1 candle is lit. On the succeeding nights, another candle joins, until there are a total of 9 candles, including the Shamath. They are lit with the hope of salvation for Jews throughout the world.
Join me now in a meditation on hope, which I adapted from Glenda Cedarleaf. Find yourself into a comfortable position. Close your eyes if you wish. Relax into your chair. Focus on your breath. As you breathe, inhale peace. Exhale stress. Allow your body to soften. Body relaxing. Deeper. Deeper. I breathe in the calmness that invites me into this meditation on hope. I bring my attention to this present moment. And awareness of this shower of hope, shower of peace, cleansing and releasing the weight of suffering and pain. Barriers that hold me from love, compassion, and acceptance. In this moment, I open to the warmth of the sun's rays, light of hope. My third eye opens fully, and I am settled into the lap of love. I'm resting now. Peace. 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 In this moment, I rest with peace. My senses remind me that I'm alive, and I can let go into the peace that enfolds me now. There's no separation. I lift the veil of hurt and sadness that has kept disillusion